So, how's your English learning going? Is it good? A little difficult? Maybe both? That is completely normal. Learning a new language is a big journey. Think of it as walking on a long path. Sometimes the path is easy and sunny. Sometimes it's a little rocky, a little difficult. But you are not alone on this path. I am here to walk with you. Today, we're going to talk about something very, very important. We're going to talk about traps. What is a trap? Imagine you are walking in a forest and you fall into a hole. That hole is a trap. In English learning, there are common traps. Many learners fall into these traps. These traps can make you feel sad. They can slow your progress. And they can even make you want to stop learning. But I've got good news. Today, we will find these traps, and I'm going to give you a map to escape them. We'll talk about 5 common traps in English learning. And for each trap, I will give you a key to unlock it and get free. Are you ready? Let's begin this journey together. Okay, let's talk about our first trap. This one is very big. I call it the perfection trap. What is perfection? Perfection means doing something 100% correct. No mistakes, 0 mistakes. The perfection trap is the feeling that you must speak perfect English every single time. You think, oh no, my grammar must be perfect. My vocabulary must be perfect. My pronunciation must be perfect. When you want to speak, a voice in your head says, wait, is that sentence correct? What if I make a mistake? People will laugh at me. This is a very dangerous trap. Why? Because when you're afraid to make mistakes, you stop trying. You don't speak. You don't write. You don't practice. And if you don't practice, how can you improve? You cannot. So, how do we escape the perfection trap? The key is a special sentence. Please remember this sentence. Ready? Progress, not perfection. Let's say it together. Progress, not perfection. What does this mean? It means your goal is not to be perfect. Your goal is to be a little better today than you were yesterday. That's it. That is the whole secret. Progress is making small steps forward. Maybe yesterday you learned one new word. Today you use that new word in a sentence. Is the sentence perfect? Maybe not. But did you make progress? Yes. That is a victory. That is a success. So, I want you to celebrate your mistakes. Yes, you heard me right. Celebrate them. When you make a mistake, say, oh, interesting. This is a chance to learn. A mistake isn't a failure. It's a sign that you are trying. It's your guide. So forget perfection. Chase progress. Speak even if you're not sure. Write even if you have spelling errors. You are a learner. That is the key to escaping trap number 1. Fantastic. Now, let's look at trap number 2. I call this one the grammar-only trap. Many schools and books teach English with a lot of grammar. You learn verb tenses. You learn prepositions. You learn complex rules. Grammar is important. Yes, it is like the skeleton of a body. It gives structure. But is a skeleton a person? No, a person has skin, muscles, a heart, a voice. Language is the same. It is not just rules. Language is communication. It is listening to stories. It is talking to people. It is sharing ideas and feelings. The grammar-only trap is when you only study grammar rules, but you never use the language. You know the rule for the present perfect continuous, but you cannot order a coffee. You can fill in the blanks in a test, but you feel scared when you have to speak to a real person. What? But you don't know the how. How do we escape this trap? We need to find balance. Imagine you are building a house. Grammar rules are the plan, the blueprint. But you also need bricks, wood, and tools. You need to actually build the house. For English, this means you need to balance grammar study with real English practice. My advice is the 20-80 rule. Spend 20% of your time learning grammar rules, and spend 80% of your time using English. What does using English mean? It means listening to podcasts, watching movies, or TV shows. It means reading simple books or news articles for learners. And most importantly, it means speaking and writing. Find a language partner online. Talk to yourself in English. Describe your room. Talk about your day. Write a short journal every night. Just 1 or 2 sentences. Today I went to the park. It was sunny. By doing this, you are not just learning about English. You are learning to live in English. You are building the house, not just looking at the plan. All right. Trap number 3 is a little funny. I call it the I'm not a baby trap. When you were a baby, how did you learn your first language? Did you study grammar books? Did you make vocabulary lists? No. Of course not. You listened for months and months. You just listened to your parents, your family. You heard the sounds, the music of the language. Then you started to make sounds. Your first words were not perfect, but your family was so happy. You continued to listen and to copy. You made many mistakes. You said things like, I goed instead of I went. But over time, you learned the correct way. The I'm not a baby trap is when we, as adults, think we are too smart to learn like a baby. We think, I am an adult. I need to understand everything with logic. I need rules for everything. We don't want to just listen and repeat. It feels silly. But this is a trap because our brains are still very good at learning like a baby. This is called natural learning or acquisition. It is very powerful. So, how do we escape this trap and learn a little more like a baby? The key is massive listening. I want you to listen to English every single day. Even if you don't understand everything, that is okay. The goal is to get the sounds, the rhythm, and the melody of English into your brain. Listen to English music. Listen to easy podcasts. Listen to audiobooks for learners. Listen while you are cooking, cleaning, or walking. Don't worry about understanding every word. Just let the language flow over you. This is what you did as a baby. Your brain is a supercomputer. It will start to recognize patterns automatically. And the second part of learning like a baby is to imitate. Imitate means to copy. Listen to a short sentence from a movie or a podcast. Pause it and say the sentence exactly the same way. Copy the pronunciation. Copy the intonation. The music of the sentence. Does it go up or down? Try to sound exactly like the speaker. This can feel strange at first, but it is one of the best ways to improve your speaking and your accent. Don't be afraid to sound silly. Remember, you are learning. Let yourself be a baby again, just for a little while. Listen and copy. It's a powerful way to escape this trap. Okay, moving on to trap number 4. This one is very common for learners at your level. I call it the translation trap. Translation is a tool. When you first start learning English, you translate words from your native language to English. This is useful at the beginning, but soon it can become a trap. The translation trap is when you think in your native language first, and then you translate the full sentence into English in your head before you speak. For example, you want to say, I am 25 years old, but in your head, you are thinking in your language. Maybe your language says, I have 25 years. So you translate word for word and you say, I have 25 years. An English speaker will understand, but it sounds a little unnatural. What is the problem with this trap? First, it's very slow. You have to think, translate, and then speak. It makes conversations very difficult. Second, different languages have different structures. When you translate directly, you often make grammar mistakes. And then third, and most important, it stops you from thinking in English. Thinking in English is the ultimate goal. When you can think in English, you are truly fluent. So how do we escape the translation trap? How do we start thinking in English? You need to build a direct connection between an English word and the idea or image in your head. You have to cut out the middleman, your native language. Here are some practical things you can do. First, use an English-to-English dictionary for learners. When you find a new word, like delicious, don't look for the translation. Look for the English definition. It might say, tasting very good. Now your brain connects delicious to the idea of good food, not to a word in your language. Second, start small. Look around your room. Point at your bed and say the English word bed. Point at your lamp and say lamp. Don't translate. Just connect the object to the English word. Do this every day. Third, try to make very simple sentences directly in English. Instead of thinking in your language, I need to drink water. Try to just think the English sentence, I am thirsty, or I need water. Start with your daily routines. I wake up. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. This will be hard at first. Your brain will want to go back to your native language. That's okay. Be patient. Every time you try to think in English, your English brain gets a little stronger. Escape the translation trap, and you will become a faster, more confident English. We have arrived at our final trap for today, trap number 5. This is a trap that affects everyone in all parts of life. It is the no time trap. Life is busy. You have work, you have school, you have a family, you have friends. At the end of the day, you are tired. You think, I want to learn English, but I have no time. I need 1 or 2 free hours to study, and I don't have that. This is a trap because you are thinking about time in a very big way. You are looking for a big empty block of time, but those are very rare. The secret to escaping the no time trap is to find the small moments. I call them micro-learning moments. A day is full of small empty spaces. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. These are your golden opportunities. Think about your day. Do you wait for a bus? That's 5 minutes. You can review vocabulary on your phone with an app like Duolingo or Anki. Do you cook dinner? That's 20 minutes. You can listen to an English podcast. Are you in your car? Listen to English music or an audiobook. You don't need 2 hours together. You can find 100 minutes in a day, in small pieces. 4 15-minute sessions are just as good as one 60-minute session. Sometimes they are even better because you stay fresh and focused. Another way to escape this trap is to connect English to your hobbies. What do you love to do? Do you love cooking? Find recipes in English on YouTube. Do you love video games? Change the game language to English. Do you love football? Read a short sports article in English. When you connect English to something you already love, it doesn't feel like studying. It feels like fun. It's not another task on your to-do list. It becomes a part of your life. So please, stop waiting for the perfect time to study. That perfect time will never come. Start with the small moments you have right now. Use those 5-minute and 10-minute gaps. Connect English to your passions. That is how you escape the no-time trap and make English a natural part of your busy day. And there we are. We have traveled the path together today, and we have learned to identify and escape 5 of the most common traps in English learning. Let's slowly and clearly review them. 1. The perfection trap. The solution? Progress, not perfection. 2. The grammar-only trap. The solution? Balance rules with real practice using the 20-80 rule. 3. The I'm not a baby trap. The solution? Listen a lot and imitate what you hear. 4. The translation trap. The solution? Start thinking in English by connecting words directly to ideas. And 5. The no-time trap. The solution? Find the small moments and connect English to your hobbies. I want you to know that every learner faces these challenges. You are not alone. The difference between a successful learner and an unsuccessful learner is not intelligence. It is awareness and strategy. Now, you are aware of these traps, and now you have strategies to beat them. My final message for you today is this: be kind to yourself. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. There will be good days and there will be bad days. On the bad days, just do something small. Listen to one song. Learn one word. That's enough. Just keep walking on the path. Thank you so much for listening to English Progress Path today. I hope you found it helpful. Keep practicing, keep making progress, and keep enjoying your English journey. I'll be back next time with another topic to help you on your way. Until then, take care.